Hey everybody, this is Jeff from the library again, and we are going to talk today about how to use the database Jstor. So I'm here at the Front Range Community College BCC library website. I'm going to go, that's Boulder County campus for all of you not in the know there what acronym I was using. Okay, so we'll go down to the databases, and Jstor is the last one listed. And Jstor is a little different than the other ones. There isn't a general username and password for it like there are most of the others. So if you want access to this database from home, send me an email, and my email address is on the website, and I will send you a special link where you can set up your own personal username and password to get off-campus access to this database. So that's why if you're from home and you're frustrated and you can't get into this and you're looking on the bookmark for the username and password, it's not on there, send me an email and I will send you the special link you need to set this access up from home. Okay, the first thing I would do in Jstor is take this off. Include links to external content. I'm going to take that off. This right here, include only content I can access. This means give me access only to articles that are actually within this database. Now Jstor has many different modules that they sell, and we have some of their databases and some of them we don't. So if you leave this on, it's going to kind of tease you with all these articles you don't have free access to within the database, and then if you want those articles, then you have to pay a fee to get them. I don't want that. I just want to look at the ones that we have free access that we've already paid for. So some people somewhere might want to do that, but I would not recommend that because you'll get frustrated because a lot of the articles you'll see you won't actually have access to. So take that off, and let's talk a little bit about what Jstor does. Jstor, all these articles are going to be peer reviewed. These are going to be heavier scientific or academic articles, and it's a database that has articles going very far back in time. Whatever the first issue of a journal that was published, they'll have it in here. So it's not uncommon to see articles from the early 1900s and the 1800s in here. And sometimes they're also not too concerned with having the most recently published articles. So just be aware that if you want the most recently published articles, I would use EBSCO. This is still a good database, but they're more concerned with kind of historical or archival type indexing of articles. Okay, that was a long speech there. Let's go ahead and do some searching. I'm going to type in a term here. It's a very easy database to use, very easy. Got to type in, I'm going to search for the word bacteria since I know there's going to be a lot of articles there. Let me change the full text. By default, it searches every word of every article, which is a little bit of overkill. I'm going to take this down to item title. Just give me articles with the word bacteria in the title. Let's do a search. Okay, we've got 1,405 articles, and I'm just looking through here. I don't really know what I'm searching for, so let me see if I see any good words to add here. And you probably, if you were actually doing this search, you would probably have more of an idea what you're looking for. I do see up here this first article, bees. It's talking about bees. Oh, my phone's ringing. I think I'm going to ignore that though until well, hang on a second. Well, I went to answer it and the person hung up. Well, this is what happens in live television, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so I see this first one has to do with bees. So what if I looked for other articles that had to do with bacteria and bees? Let me go to modify search. I can go back to my search screen here, type in bee, and let's put that in the full text. Let's search all of the words of the articles that have bacteria in the title. Search, and we have 9 articles, so that's pretty good. So we have our articles here. I'm going to click on this first one, and this is the kind of tells you all about the article. We've got where it was published, who published it, and let's go to a summary of it. There's different things you could look at. How about the abstract here? This is the abstract, kind of gives you a quick overview of what this article is saying. Let's take a look at that there. It gives you the references. That's pretty neat without having to read through the whole article. Let's go back. It's just taking you to different links within here. Author information. It just tells you who the person is. Back to the top. Now, the most important thing is how am I going to get into this article? So just go over here where it says View PDF. And a lot of times when you click on that, it's going to bring up this little disclaimer, this little legal thing that says, do I agree to Jstor's terms and conditions? Basically means you're not going to take this article and try to sell it somewhere or post it on a website. just say yes to that. And then this, I've been using it earlier today, so I already answered that question, and apparently it recognized me as already having answered that. So here's the article. They always give you this first cover page, which isn't really going to mean anything to you. This is, again, like legal disclaimers and things, so we can skip past that. Here's the first page of the article. You can see it's a 9-page article. You can print it out here with the print icon, and since this is a PDF, you don't want to try to use file print up here. Instead, use the print icon here, and you could tell it everything except that first page, since that was just the intro page telling you about where it came from, which you don't need. And this little icon here to save, you could save this article somewhere. So that's the basics of how to use this database. The next thing that we're going to look at, and not in this video, but I'm going to create another video to show you how to cite these articles. So because it's fairly involved, and their citation tool isn't very helpful. So you almost have to start from scratch with these. I'm going to show you how to do that in another video. But for this video, assuming you just want to learn how to use the database, that's a good overview of how to get into this and how to use it. Again, if you want access from home, what you want to do, I always go to advanced search here. If you want access from home, send me an email and I will get you access to use it from home. There isn't a general username and password. And then take this little thing off here. Include links to external content, so we could just look at the free articles we have access to. Okay, that's all I have for you on this. This is Jeff signing off.